So I really loved my grandma, and I really loved my grandpa. And they lived out in the desert, in the California desert. About 1961, they're driving in their car. In 61, California desert was even more empty than it is today. So they're driving along, and with this generation, the man always drives. So Grandpa's driving, and he's making good time. That's the important thing, you know. You gotta make good time. Driving fast. But he's gotta get gas, so he says, Judy, I'm gonna pull over, gotta get gas. So, pulls over. He gets out of the car. Grandma gets out of the car, wanders over to the bathroom. And Grandpa gets out of the car and watches. Now, in those days, in California, they pumped gas for you and checked your oil and washed your windows and sometimes gave you something free. Different than today. So Grandpa's standing back and he's watching. They wash the windows, they're pumping the gas. You know, kind of proprietary things. My automobile, make sure they wash the windows properly. They finish, he pays for the gas. He gets back in the car, drives. Now I gotta make up time. You know, I missed a little bit of time because I pulled over. Gets in the car and he's driving. Yeah, he's driving. I'm making good time. Right up to the speed limit. Just right up to the speed limit. Meanwhile, back in the gas station. Grandma goes out. Now, there's almost nothing here. There's just 2 pumps. There's only 2 kinds of gas in those. 2 pumps, a little shed, and desert. So she looks at the car. The shed's too small to hide a big Buick. So she asks the attendant, do you see the red Buick my husband and I were in? Yes, ma'am, he left about 2 minutes ago. Well, was my grandmother mad? Was she furious that Grandpa had left without her? Yes, she was furious. But there was nothing she could do because, you know, they didn't have cell phones in those days. They just had telephones, but not in cars. There's a telephone 5 hours away when Grandpa gets to where they're going. There's a telephone in the shed. In the meantime, Grandpa's making good time. So everything's good. Making good time. Yeah, here we go. 15 minutes later, according to his story. Half an hour later, according to Grandma's story. One important detail. So my grandfather was a career Marine, and he worked with helicopters. And one day, they were setting up to move a helicopter. So they set it all up, and this young one enlisted Marine did not set this pin properly. And when they started to lift the helicopter, the pin broke free, spun, and hit my grandpa in the eye. So he doesn't have a right eye. He only has a glass eye. It's not that he doesn't have peripheral vision. He has no vision in his right eye. They're not good enough with glass eyes to do that yet. So he's driving along and everything's fine. You know, couples that age, they've been with them for many years. They're silent most of the time. They don't talk a lot. They never told their stories. So Grandpa's making good time. And he says, so Judy, where do you want to go for dinner? So dear, what do you think? Where do you want to go for dinner? The steakhouse? That'd be good. Now, Grandpa has to turn his head 90 degrees. He's pretty upset and worried. But fortunately, in the desert, you can turn around anywhere you want. So he just turns around real quick, goes back, and then he arrives 30 minutes later by his estimation, an hour later by Grandma's estimation. Pulls in, Grandma is furious, of course. She gets in the car. Oh, sorry, dear. Gonna make good time here. We'll drive along. A few minutes later, Grandma says, You know, Al, if that happens again, don't come back.
Number 8, Ma, by Denise Christine.